Hi guys, this is Steven Chong from the Tokyo Aquascaping Union and Stevescapes on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. It's an honor to be joining you here today to talk about my layout as we celebrate the results of the IIAC contest. Sorry I can't be there with you today in Taiwan, but it's an honor to speak about my layout and an honor to receive a winning prize as rank 34. So I have a bit of an unusual setup here, but I thought that this would more directly allow me to speak about the way my layout works graphically. The title of the work is called River by You. It takes its name from the Potamogeton plants in the Aquascape. Potamogeton's Greek roots mean waterway neighbor, and I was trying to create a layout that speaks to nostalgia, speaks to the local riverways, especially those that we see here in Japan. I decided that this layout would be dedicated to Japan and like the types of streams and rivers you might see in the countryside, in Niigata or other rural prefectures. Being here in Japan and getting to learn from the other guys at TAU, I wanted to make a layout somewhere at some point in my career that was completely dedicated to Japan, and I figured that this would be the year. So in this layout, I actually took the original structure for this layout from one of Amano-san's old underwater photos, his undersea photos. It's a really interesting photo. I wish I could show it to you here today, but I couldn't find it. It is a what it did in the photo is you have a convex structure, and convex is great because it naturally creates a frame point to draw the eye to, and even though it's a convex structure, it's also directional from upper right to bottom left. So it illustrates flow, but also creates a clear viewpoint to bring the viewer's eye to. Not only that, but since it's up near the surface, I could put in the plants and also expect them to reflect off the surface of the water, giving me one extra place to show you the flow of river plants. So that is the base structure of the layout. In order to create that sense of flow, there are actually filters and pumps hidden in the layout. The filter stays in even during the photo shoot, and as you can see, there's one filter hidden behind this set of rocks and wood on the right, and another filter hidden inside this dark shadow. Water flows out and actually pushes the plants over. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit, and you can see that the plants are actually tilted on the side. They're tilted in order to actually show the way the water is pushing them and flowing just like in a natural stream. The fish are Berilius beckeri, which are a species of Asian hill stream trout. I wanted to go with the Japanese species like Oikawa. You can see the Oikawa fish in some of Amano-san's layout as well as some of ADA's recent work. But everyone in the Japan told me, don't do that because Oikawa and all other Japanese species eat plants. So instead we went for a similar cyprinid that looks very similar to the Japanese species. And I used mostly, well, pretty much almost completely Japanese set of plants for this aquascape. Ludwigia super red was added in order to kind of offset the orangey color of the wood. But yeah, we got Ludwigia species here in Japan too. Just none of the native ones are quite this red. And yeah, that kind of summarizes the thinking that went into this layout, using both plants and wood to, express the flow of the river, Japanese plants and cold water fish species to kind of capture that, inspiration, that theme that I was going for. And I hope you enjoyed this layout as much as I enjoyed building it, bringing it to you today, and explaining it to you. If you like this kind of content, try check me out at the social media channels I mentioned. I'm going to try to be more active and actually make stuff like this going forward. And enjoy the rest of the celebration in Taiwan, and I look forward to seeing the rest of the layouts. Thank you very much. 再见.